number one? Who is the original number one? Not somebody else, but who is the original number one? Talking about you. So by you or by Allah putting this cipher together, coming out of the temple and saying, hey, wisdom knowledge brings about understanding, but wisdom knowledge is not the right order of the universe. Because wisdom knowledge will still give the devil the power to rule. And we say that we no longer give the devil the power to rule. Why? Because we say, who is the original? Putting it back in order, you take the power from the devil. You take the power back to yourself by realizing how you have to make things right. So all I'm saying is that it always has been and always will be, but for those that were blind, deaf, and dumb, namely us, we did not know this. We did not wisdom this, nor did we understand this, because we were made when we were babies, blind, deaf, and dumb to this. The this is ourselves. So we had to be born from not in the womb, but born through the minds, coming back to ourselves. As we say, we had to wake up. And upon waking up, then we started to see the reality of what always has been and always will be. The point is, like Firstborn Yahara told me many years ago, he said, Sabu, they are in control, but they just don't know it. Because it always has been and always will be. The original is in control, but if you don't know something, then you blind to it. If you can't see your reality, you will step into a hole because you can't see the hole. Therefore, your powers, which you had all the time, have been able to be manipulated because a blind man can't see, so somebody could take them anywhere. And therefore, we was taken on a trip across the Atlantic Ocean, 9,000 miles away from ourselves. In other words, instead of being Mercury, we was Pluto. The ninth planet is Pluto. We were 9,000 miles away. That's where you get the term. It says, he must swim 9,000 miles. You must come back from the outskirts of the universe back to your what? Self. You have to come back to yourself, so ye must what? Born yourself again. That is the mathematics that we teach. That is the mathematics that is real. That is the mathematics of how it goes. If you don't know it, what they say, if you don't know, now you should know. And if you don't know now, then get to know. So that you can start letting others know through your living example. Meaning, as you speak or as you taught, you walk. We don't only just speak this truth, we manifest this truth through our culture, which is I, God, the freedom over the dumb. The freedom to be able to show and prove that living mathematics is the same example of the mental mathematics, because the mind controls the mind. So people can't see the thoughts, but they can damn sure see the manifestation of the thought. That is why the arm, leg, arm, head is the manifestation of the thought. The arm, leg, arm, head is a manifestation of your mind. So that's how we get manifestation of the mind. You are the manifestation of your mind. Everything about you is a manifestation of Your mind. What you live, what you talk, what you breathe, what you eat, everything about you is the manifestation of your mind. And if you ain't in tune with your mind, somebody else got your mind and somebody else is in control. So original man and original woman, I say, I'm glad to see y'all here today on the Wisdom God Day, which again is born. And we are the born. We are the born who got to make things born right and exact in this day and time of manifestation of the mind, making things what? Seen and heard, or as we say, born. Right? We are the seed that has to rise to the top, like they said, black seed, keep on growing. We are that seed that they was talking about. We are that great black seed with our feet firmly rooted in the foundation of Allah. God be great, Allah be you, you be Allah. And if you look and see it any other way, then you ain't looking at it right. You're not looking at it right. But the devil is looking at you, and the devil sees what you do. I'm going to say this. Listen, we are so great, we got to stop allowing ourselves to not indulge, but overindulge in fake stimulation. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, my brothers and my sisters, including self, cannot allow ourselves to become slaves, and I say slaves, to artificial stimulation, which does nothing but cloud your mental mind and poisons your physical body. Listen, most of y'all here are over the age of 25. That means that you should have enough sense to know when you're killing yourself. Now, we say that we the greatest. I guarantee you, you're gonna see so much artificial stimulation going on out here. Hope everybody keep their head. Because you know, artificial stimulation stimulates the brain and causes you to start acting other than yourselves. The greatest stimulation, and I get stimulated. I drink Spawn, ale, and I drink a little bit of wine, table wine, not that old cluck. You understand? But I don't smoke reefer. I left that around 40-some years ago. I don't drink rum, and scotch and all that. I left that on about 30-something years ago. I feel good about it. So you might see me put a beard in my head, because I said if you're going to deal with something sorrowful, deal with the lesser, not the greater. Don't get yourself totally twisted and then walking around talking about my name is Almighty. And you can't even walk a straight damn line. Brothers and some of them sisters, let's keep it together. All right? What is the name of the place where the devil is manufactured? He could be manufactured right in your damn brain. All right? Pelon is a place where the devil is manufactured. If your ass is out here doing stupid, then Pelon exists in your brain, right inside you. You don't have to go to an island. Look in the mirror, you'll see Pelon. Because the devil is being manufactured in who? You. Oh, you said it, not me. The point about it is, get real. Get real with yourself. Get real with yourself. All right? Before you can start getting real with anybody else. Get real with yourself. I'm glad I said we needed a cipher out here. You Allah said, let's go do it. Because we ain't come here just to hang out. We come out here to build with each other, exchange ideas, and show each other things that others might not see. We come here to educate each other, whether it's an hour, I know it's hot, whether it's an hour, whether it's 2 hours, we start to show that we got something to give. You understand? Everybody here got something to give. Everybody here got a thought in their mind, and if you got a thought in your mind, you can express that thought. That's something to give, as long as it's building. We ain't coming here to destroy each other. Like I always say, we are not each other's enemy. Get that out of your head. Please. Gods. I didn't say gods and others. I said gods. Please get that out of your head. We are not each other's enemy. We cannot be standing up here fighting each other and then talking about we for one universal common cause. How the hell can you be one and you're divided among your what? Self? Peace.
Peace. Peace.
Peace. Peace. You know what I'm saying with life, man. Peace.
Peace.
We in Medina. Alright, we in Medina, y'all. And this parliament right here is a tribute to the firstborn. I'm gonna spin my shirt so you can see from Medina. Firstborn from Medina. You know what I'm saying? And the first time Allah blessed Medina was May 18th, year 3, in the Law World Manifest. You see what I'm saying? And it was because of Hashim, Knowledge God, and Sahib kept telling him, when you gonna come to Medina? When you gonna come to Medina? And then he finally came, and he met right over there at Hashim house, Big Hashim, firstborn Hashim, 19 South Oxford Street. In case y'all didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Now you know. And the father of Medina, y'all know him as ABG, but at the time, he got the knowledge, his name was Bilal, or Bil'al, as Allah called him, Bil'al. You know what I'm saying? And he brought the knowledge to Medina in his divine equality seat on the knowledge born date. Year 1, Allah World Manifest, which is 1964, if y'all don't know. When he came to Medina, he was coming to see his friends, Gino and Gypsy, who later became #1 and #2 first son from Medina, Key Mathematics Allah, and Universal Sham God Allah. Black seed, like the God said. You know what I'm saying? And the yellow seed, Universal Sham God. Y'all all wear his flag, but do you know their history? You know what I'm saying? Y'all walk around with these flags, do y'all know their history?
Good.
You know? And as time went on, it was equality days he taught. You know? And he taught the first 8 on Carlton Avenue. And then he taught the other, except for 1. You know, the other 6, and then except for 1, which is Talik. Talik came last on the Wisdom Equality Day of Divine Equality Seed, which just happened to be my physically agreed day. And that's why I don't forget that. You know, and making this trip to Medina only to show forth and prove what? That the wisdom of God is manifested regardless whom or what. You know, and you gotta love these brothers because they're the ones who held up this nation. If y'all don't know the history, Medina held up this nation. Not to take nothing from the other, like I said, like I told my brothers earlier, not to take nothing from Elon, Oasis, the desert, you know what I'm saying? New Jerusalem, and all the other places, you know. But they was the one. If you know our history, you will know when Allah returned home, and our first universal parliament, he paid homage to Medina. Now let's deal with the science of homage. When we say homage, we dealing with the science of what? Respect and honor. That's all in a public place. That's what homage is. So don't be afraid to pay homage to your brother or your sister. You see? And that's what we do. These brothers, they laid their life down. A lot of them that's not here no more. Man, when I think about it, man, I feel so good, man. Because I'm from Medina myself, man, but these teachers, they changed my whole life around. All of y'all out there that know me, know that. You know, I'm not even going to get into my history from when I was in the dead world and stuff like that. That's not important, you know what I'm saying? But I do recognize and know when you get this knowledge of self, it's supposed to change you. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all that. It's supposed to change you. A lot of us walk around here and say, I'm the God, and say peace to each other. Peace. I've been saying peace to a lot of brothers right out here in the crowd. I know nothing about you. I don't know your seeds. I don't know your honorable name. Most of y'all say government name, but it's an honorable name. Like the firstborn, Key Mathematics taught me. It's an honorable name because your mother and father gave it to you. It's not no government name. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that. And then I'm gonna go through a little history with these firstborn because you'll need to understand and know what they really did. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you some history on it.
Yeah,
You know?
give it, God.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Don't hold it back.
I ain't gonna hold back. I'm not supposed to. I ain't gonna. That's right. I'm gonna show and prove. You know. Now the youngest in the nation at the time. You know what I mean? Sahim. He was 12 years old. That's the firstborn of Medina. That's the 8th son of Medina. Sahim. See what I'm saying? Actual fact. And him and Knowledge God, they actually was the first to go up to Mattawan to go see Allah. You know what I'm saying? They was the first. Matter of fact, Knowledge God went up there 14 times, more than anybody in this nation. See, and then after that, it was Black Seed, Key Mathematics Allah, Universal Shamgar, and then the 4th son, Gadi. You know what I'm saying? Gamal Gadi. He went up there. Let me give you his full name. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can understand and know.
Gordon Johnson.
Yeah, no doubt. Gordon Johnson. That's the article name. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of history. And then you see my hat, right? My hat say Medina, the land of the warriors. That's just not a saying. It's a reason why. And I'm gonna give you one story that happened with the firstborn with that. Alright. Key Mathematics, right? Black Seed Key Mathematics. He had a wisdom that he used to talk to or whatever. And her brother was mad and said what he was gonna do to the God, you know what I'm saying? So Hashim, the Key Mathematics, and 2 more of the firstborn, I can't remember off the top of the head, they was actually fighting the whole project. And Big Hashim, I remember this part, Big Hashim, while they was fighting, and matter of fact, it was Akim. Akim was there. That's the 7th son from Medina. Akim was there too. And they was fighting that brother Cecil, that was the 85 name. And every time they fought, it was so many people from the projects on the guards, but the guards never stopped. That's why they came out on top. You know what I'm saying? In fact, when I can't come here, and I know you probably come here, even if I'm not here, don't take me on face value. Ask him. He had footprints on his shirt. Okay, that's what warriors did. He had footprints on his collar from that fight. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Big Hashim, every time they broke the fight up, Big Hashim would tell them this. What you say about my brother? What you say about my brother? And they would get it on again. That's part of being the land of the warriors, man. That's some history of Medina, man. You know what I'm saying? And you already know ABG number 7, the one who brought it here, they great guards, man. The guard got all their history right in there. Whenever you pick that up, that's all you're gonna hear from them right there. In fact, my brother originated that and made that manifest and build knowledge, man, the son of man. You know what I'm saying? And he takes it over today. That's what it is, though, man. You know, and with that, I'm gonna say peace. I just want to
Peace. Allah's true son of man. God was giving us some history about Universal Shamgar and the firstborn of Medina. I'm gonna tell you, when I first came around, I was like now 14 years old and stuff, man. And this brother that was teaching me from a little further down from here, and so he was like, you should go around the older brothers because they be getting drunk and all like this, that, and the other. And if you don't know your lesson, they'll beat you up and all this, that, and the other. I'm like, man, listen. I said, let me tell you something. Just because you scared to go, don't mean I'm scared to go. I said, I want to learn from the ones that learn from the Father Allah. So I went. And I met Gamel, Sahim, and all the other guys, Gadis, all the other guys and stuff like that. And as I'm coming around, Universal Sham, blah, and stuff like that, and as I'm coming around, Sahim, basically, he the Brown senior, he singled me out. And he told me, he said, you said your name Asiatic Rule, right? I'm like, yes. He said, how you spell it? I said, ASIATICRULER. He said, now, let me tell you how the Father would have done with it. ASIACTICRULLAH. He said it's one name. The name alone says Allah. And then from then on, I'm building with the guys and stuff, they doing their thing and stuff, because I was indulgent with them at the time, you know what I'm saying? And then I come to Universal Sham God, and he told the brother about, how everything you deal with is a world. No matter what you deal with. And then as time went on, I met Jakee and still building with the guys. And then at one point in time, Sahim, he was at his restaurant, Hawthorne Street at one point in time, and he gave me the tape of the Father Law. And I listened to that tape. And he said, one thing you do, he said, you listen to it yourself, and you will get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of it. And I heard the Father say, the only way to master something is to leave it alone. And as far as with the drugs and alcohol, see what I'm saying? 15 years, 1 month, and 18 days ago, I left it alone. And I've been doing very well, you still want to get the good, bad, and indifferent and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I choose not to pick up a drink or a drug or anything. Because I know that it was only destroying myself. 3 years after I got clean off the drinking and drugging and stuff, and I thought I was having a seizure from a past episode that was happening in 2001 when I was still using. Right? So I'm thinking I'm having a seizure. They prescribed seizure medicine for me. So I'm taking all them years. So in 2001, right, I messed around with some people, got hit in the head, was in coma for 30 days, almost died and stuff like that. And when I woke up out of the coma and stuff, they were still giving me the seizure medicine and stuff like that. So some years, a couple of years went on. Then in 2006, I finally decided I had enough. Period. And in 2009, I'm thinking I'm still having seizures, still taking the seizure medicine. And I went to the neurologist and he said, well, that doesn't really sound like a seizure. Maybe you should go and see the heart doctor. So I went to see the heart doctor, and the heart doctor told me that, my heart was stopping. I'd be at the house and stuff, I'd be eating and everything like that. I sit back and want to watch a movie. Next thing I know, I black out. I'm thinking I had a seizure. Come to find out, my heart had stopped for a minute. It was only through the grace of Allah that I'm here being able to tell you this now. So they had to want to put a pacemaker in because they said from the drugs that I used, was destroying the veins to my heart and stuff like that. The blood wasn't pumping to my heart the way it was supposed to. So even though I had left it alone 3 years prior, but these are just some of the after effects that you get when you stop. You know what I'm saying? You stop when you choose to stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody who does it. I know what I don't do. This is just for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm living a much better life today. It's not all glamorous and all like this and other. I'm doing what must be done. I'm making sure that the paper gets to the nation because it's about the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that the gods wrote in the paper then, it applies to now. You just have to read it and see it for yourself. After Universal Sham God returned home in '87, you know what I'm saying? He had commissioned, he had told me that, we would get the paper back out. And I waited a little while, and then I started bringing the paper back out. Had it for some years, and then he told me there was something more to be added to the Son of Man. So he took it, you know what I'm saying? And as he was going through his thing, he wasn't telling nobody exactly what he was going through. But I knew something wasn't really adding up. You know what I'm saying? The God just basically kept it to himself and some brothers that he knew. And then when he returned to essence, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was time. He said I would get it back. I didn't want to get it back like that with him returning. You know what I'm saying? When Allah call you home, you got to go. That's all there is to it. You have to be responsible. So I waited a little while and came back out with the paper, and it's definitely going strong, no matter what. Some brothers might be there, well, I got this with that and the other. I always add something to it. You know what I'm saying? It's updated, it's revised. You know what I'm saying? Because if you read the Son of Man, things that are going on today, see what I'm saying, are what the gods had already predicted, and you can see it. This this corona pandemic thing, man, come on now. This thing ain't no joke, God. You know, you got to take heed to it. You know, the devil knew what he was doing when he put it out there. You know, so we all got to take heed to it. Yeah, you can mask up and all like this, that, and other. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, at first, I didn't want to get the shots. I wound up getting them because the earth told me that, you know, since you get old and everything like that, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry, not just for research, and I wound up and got the Pfizer. That's what I did for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not endorsing anything. I'm just letting you know that, you know, this is what I had to do for me. See what I'm saying? We are both all the Son of Man, and we know what we have to do for ourselves to keep everything going and moving. So all I can tell you is that, you know, Allah is the greatest, and this is the head of Medina. You know what I'm saying? And knowledge is being made born, regardless of who or what. And I love everybody up in here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my brothers and my sisters. And you know, we just have to keep building, because this is one of the trials and tribulations that the devil put out here. And the only way we can do it is to master it. You see what I'm saying? And that is, you know, we have to go according to Allah's law, not the devil's law, Allah's law. Knowledge comes before wisdom, bringing about understanding. And with that, I say peace.
In the name of Allah, beneficent, the most merciful, to whom all praises are due to. My name is you Allah. I'm Allah's firstborn from P-Line. Let me clear up one thing. What the devil was manufacturing and the Bronx, that's two different things. P-Line, the Bronx, have nothing to do with Yaqub making this devil on purpose. When Allah sent us to P-Line and teach, He told us, teach the people according to their understanding. But we was up there too high for them. The Father said, look, y'all gotta come down. Y'all can hypnotize them, y'all can mesmerize them, but you gotta give them understanding. So this is when He restricted us to the 120. We wasn't always, our base wasn't always the 120. Only when Allah said, look, come from the 120. That way the people can understand y'all much more better. That way you can give them the understanding of their social life, their economic life. Teach them the history of our people to show them why we are in the situation that we are in today. A lot of us don't realize who our enemies are. You know, I'm civilized to those who are civilized to me. To those who are uncivilized to me, then anything goes for them. This is my nation. My word is born to this nation, not to my enemy, because he will take my word and use it against me. We are in the Bible. We are in the Quran. Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet before the coming and great and dreadful day of the Lord. But he shall turn the heart of the father to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. These shall come to smite the earth with a curse. This is the prediction of the 5%. That's the last chapter in the Malachi. This is us. There's another place in the Bible they talk about it. When they talk about Abraham and his seed, they said his seed will be a stranger in a strange land. He will be among strange people, and that people would afflict him for 400 years. Who is to be for under that, guys? Except for the nation of Islam. The black man in America, who lost the knowledge of himself. And now we are here. It is our duty as civilized persons to give them that knowledge back. And we got to realize our people are in darkness, total darkness. For 400 years, they have been taught to hate themselves. For 400 years, we have seen the beauty, or the standard of beauty in America was a white woman or a white man. They told us to wrap our heads around, especially our women, but they didn't want to see that black beautiful hair. They taught us that black skin was inferior to white skin. And for 400 years, our people believed this. That's why we are here, to bring our people back into the light of the knowledge of who they are, that they are God. And we are God. We got what we call the universal mind. Intelligence is around the whole universe. The universal mind is like an ocean. If you hit that ocean drops come up here, little drops, and that's us. We're the little drops of this universal mind. And when we come back or go back to the essence, that's where we turn. Our consciousness turn back to the universal mind. And everything's for real. There is no life after death. Brothers talking about souls. They gonna live after the soul gonna, I believe in the 13th degree. The Father, when we were teaching in this streets, the Father, people were putting guns on us. The Father said when they put a gun on you, melt it in their hand. He ain't meant a physical melt, he meant a mental melt. Because these teachings are so great. You can see when you sit down person, man, woman, and child, and teach them these teachings, look how they're attracted to it. Even when we go up there, they still attracted to it. And now that we are here on the level of earth, it's up to us to give our people the understanding of the social position, the economic position, the historical position. This is up to us to teach, but we say we are the ones who are civilized. Like I said, I'm only civilized to yours. To the outside, to the enemy, anything goes. This is our nation. But we got to realize there are people, powerful people out here who intentionally, purposely keeping us down. They do this on a regular basis. And we got to make this to our people clear. But our people think everybody the same. Everybody is not the same. Yaku, they say, who the founder of the light attract and the light repel? Do you mean to tell me, out of thousands of years, the black man ain't know about magnetism? Be serious. That's an encrypted lesson. The lesson is telling you that for millions of years, the black man didn't know that he had a seed in him. It took a master geneticist by the name of Yaku who realized that that seed in the black man was an evil seed. That seed in the black man, if he can extract that out the black man, he will have what we call a devil, a physical devil. A man whose morals, whose ethics are so low, is on an animal level. While when they was in the cave, they were having sex with their dogs. Why do you think they call them dogs' best friend? The last thing I have to say is we got to come together, not to try to teach each other. Because air light repels. Truth is truth. You can't tell me your truth. I can't tell you my truth, because all the truth are the same. Our duty is to teach the 85%. Our duty is to go on those streets and to teach. That's how this nation began. It began through teaching. And it began, we talking to ourselves, trying to impress each other who have the greatest knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This nation began, I'm not going to talk to my brother, I'm going to talk to my 85%. I'm going to talk to my tough, dumb, and blind people. That's who you got to teach. You can't teach me, and I'll refuse to try to teach y'all. Everything is for real. I hope y'all have a good day today. Peace.
Power equality, Allah say equality. Peace to the universal gods. Peace to the universal queen, the mother of the Savior. Peace to the baby. I be born through freedom alone. I came into knowledge itself when I was knowledge equality. Today I'm equality God. So that's a few years being in the knowledge, but I know that mathematics is the science of everything in life. So I deal with mathematics. Mathematics taught me that I was the Asiatic black man, father of civilization and God of the universe. It taught me about this universal symbol I wear, which is the sun, moon, and star. You understand? Man, woman, and child, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's an infinite way that you can build with mathematics, because mathematics has no beginning, no end. You understand? If you're doing the right thing, then good. You growing in mathematics, then good. But if you doing the wrong thing, guess what? God shall have his vengeance on you. If you selling out baby drugs, we gonna get you. If you trying to make out women out of prostitutes, we gonna get you. The gods are not gonna stand by and allow none of that to happen. The gods are not going to stand by and let any evil force, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And what is that greater that's in you? The mind. That's what we call it today. That's the language that we use for it today. So God, you know, I myself, wherever I go, I speak mathematics. Wherever I go, I wear my university flag. I gave the devil back what I call his government slave name. And I took on my name, which of the Father and the firstborn, the boy God that born me into knowledge itself, big had knowledge of Allah and Zuma Allah. You understand? They taught me how to form my name, so I gave myself my own name. I created my name because I am my own God. I walk every day. You walk every day. So if you standing here and you're not doing nothing to progress, and you still stuck in yesterday, then you're not building with mathematics. Because mathematics is a progressive thing. Mathematics bring about change. Every 25,000 years, what we supposed to do? Come on, renew our history. Are you renewing your history? Are you saying I'm the same old person that I was yesterday because that sounds sick? Do you have love and understanding in your heart for your brother? Are you in your neighborhood teaching your brothers and sisters how to live according to the universal laws of mathematics? That's what the universal gods are doing. Lord, I love you. There's so much I would like to say, but I'm kind of excited now because it's just so beautiful when I see the universal gods come together. You understand? When you leave here, whatever you did yesterday that was wrong, you can change it right now and do something new. Today is a new. I heard the God talk about sobriety. Well, I too have sobriety. 9 years of sobriety. I don't drink or drug because I found out for me that drinking and drugging made me other than myself. It kept me disrespecting the woman. It kept me disrespecting you. It kept me abandoning my children. So I had to let it go so that I could become what the Father set the foundation for us to be. The Father's the civilization. Wouldn't no civilization exist without you? Peace to the God.
Hey.
Peace to the God. I be a law of mathematics, and I see today's mathematics being wisdom, God, on being born.
Now, wisdom is about living. Now, it's not just about talking. It's about living mathematics. It took me, I was safe for 9,000 years to understand. That's how I got this stuff. But once I started living mathematics, more things started growing, more things started coming into existence. And when you start living mathematics, things are being brought into existence. People start seeing you for who you are. You start attracting more people, even your employees. You know what I'm saying? Co-workers. They start seeing that, you know what I'm saying, that action that you live in and say, what is it that he got now, you know what I'm saying, that he's using, let's help him prosper. I don't just use mathematics, my brothers. I use it when I'm driving, I use it when I'm shopping, I use it when I'm dealing with my workplace. Mathematics is supposed to be used everywhere that you go, on a consistent basis. And with that, I say peace when it comes to mathematics. I be a liaison for Law School Mecca Office of Cultural Management. We the ones that go into the prisons. We dealt with District Region 1 New York, but I'm happy to announce today we had 9 of the Carlton states recognized as National Guards of Earth. We now have knowledge guards because the state of California now recognizes the nation. Now we're going to have a virtual conference with New York, California State Department of Corrections. We have a guard in California that's going through the process of going into the facility. Of course, last year, because of the pandemic, set new things over. Because we were supposed to go to Malawan, where a law show before proof is existence, to start training correctional staff what this nation is about. Because it only can come from us. It can only come from us. So we constantly meet with state officials here in Region 1, you know what I'm saying, to be able to start get guards on Earth to start going inside facilities to be recognized as enlighteners, not chaplains. They now recognize us as being enlighteners. We have gotten that straightened out and set up with New York State Department, correct. But there's a process that you must go through.